I can't believe we're still going. Brooklyn got the livest race. Like out of all the races, like all the half marathons, all the races that people do, Brooklyn got the livest race. This race here is like 40,000 at this point. People come out. You end at Coney Island, right? So you're right there by Nathan's right afterwards. Like it's like iconic. It's an iconic run. It's gonna be fun. We got a bunch of great events that we're gonna be a part of today. Prior to the pandemic, like, you know, from like Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, you had events, people were curating events, but something happened during the pandemic when people really started getting out in the street and doing things and like curating events, block parties, different functions. And now we at the point where every weekend, from like this weekend to Labor Day weekend and even past Labor Day weekend at this point, every weekend is literally events. People are doing events, so every weekend is packed. That's what this weekend is about. I'm moderating a panel at Brick, then I'm moderating a soft cover book launch, my brother Rob Gore. You know, then we got an event at Restoration, Bike Day with the council member, and then we got like 2 fundraisers to end the night. And then even after you leave me, I'm going to a 50th birthday party after that, so this is crazy. It's gonna be a crazy day. You know, I'm gonna get out right here, bro, because I wanna get some coffee. I'm good right here, thanks. I just want a latte, an oat milk latte. Okay, so we are at the entrance gate for the corrals for the Brooklyn Half Marathon. This is my 10th Brooklyn Half. I ran it for the first time in 2014. I love this race. I love Brooklyn. I love running with these people. The running community, as you can see, is on tilt. Plus the Knicks won last night. That don't hurt either. And so, you know, I'm looking at my goal maybe 210, 215, maybe 220. And I'll see y'all at Coney Island. We got a long day ahead of us, man. Rock with us. Out here being great. Did you see Miss Bridget? Yeah. You saw her? I gotta get her. Finish. Number 10 in the books. This was my 10th Brooklyn Half by far. It was the worst one. I came in slower than I've ever done it before, but it was still a good race. It's hot, it's muggy out here. But I'm gonna tell you something I saw. Running and long distance running is a very, it's a lot. It's a stressful sport. It puts a lot on your body. And so over the last few years, like I said, this is my 10th time running. Over the last few years, with the rise of these running clubs and using running as a social experience, a lot of people are getting into running, but they're not necessarily training up the way that they need to train up to really have an effective half marathon race. And so today you saw the results of that. Like I said, a lot of people vomiting, few people passing out. And again, it's hot, it's muggy out here, right? But experienced runners kind of know how to gauge the weather and the course to be effective and to finish the race. So I just really want people to understand that 13.1 is not a game.
Hey, what's up, boy? What's up, man?
You know, like the old man that knows his spots. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing, man? I know he's at like an 8:10 pace right now. You probably at like an 8:05. I brought up the rear though. I made sure everything was cleaned up after y'all left. I took it slow, plus I'm an old man. I'm older than y'all.
No, you're not older than me.
I look older than you. Come on now, old men still doing it, man. Let's get to work. I'm moderating a panel today about Black joy, whole mental health. So this event is called Be Well. It's an entire day of wellness discussions. So we're moderating a panel about whole body wellness.
Congratulations on the half marathon.
Yeah, just finished. My body is hurting.
I know something.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm good. Oh, this is nice. My daughter would like it. Sore muscles, definitely need that. Thank you so much, Nadine. I appreciate you. When I'm thinking about this panel, you know, I love Black joy. I like to indulge in Black joy as well. But what happens is, between work and trying to keep your head above water in New York City, rent is high, everything is expensive, right? And all of those are low-level stress indicators in your life. Right? And then, you know, for people who are not necessarily taking the best care of themselves, right? I just came from running a half marathon, right? Everybody's not doing that, right? So for people who are not necessarily taking care of themselves, they're not relieving their stress. And, you know, right, over the course of a month, over the course of 6 months, over the course of a year, how are we really doing?
How are you coping?
Like, how are we, in a real way, like in a real sense, are we okay? A year is 365 days. I challenge each one of you and you on the panel to take 30 of those days for yourself, right? And so what does that look like? What could it look like? Well, it could look like traveling, right? So if you travel 30 days out of the year, you've taken those days to yourself. But guess what? It could also look like laying in bed all day, turning your phone off, and binge watching television. That's also taking a day to yourself, right? It could look like, instead of going to work, lying to your boss about a call out and going to sit in Fort Greene Park with your shoes off. That's taking a day to yourself. What I'm saying is because the brother said joy is an act of resistance, and when people hear resistance, they sometimes see it as a troubling word. But resistance simply means doing what it is that you want to do, right? And so you got 365 days a year. Manage those days properly, but take 30 of them. That's less than 10%. Take 30 of them for yourself to be intentional about caring for yourself. All right, thank you. Thank the panelists. Until next time, be good to each other, love one another. Let's get it. So like when I was a kid, I used to rhyme, but I never really loved the game. I never loved I love hip hop, but I didn't love rapping or being a rapper. But what I did always love was speaking in front of people. Like I've always had a level of comfort talking to people or being in front of people, right? And like being on stage or publicly speaking has never drawn fear from me. It's never like, I've always felt comfortable. And so, you know, they were asking the question, what would you tell younger people, right? Like when we was downstairs in the dressing room, the guy interviewing the other guy was asking him, what would you tell younger folk? Well, one thing I would tell young folk is sometimes, like, you do a thing and you may not succeed in it, but your purpose may lie in the thing that you first chose to fail at. So for me, I chose to fail at rap. Like I chose rap and I didn't become Method Man or Jay-Z or some rapper, but my purpose, all right now, my purpose and who I really was inside was brought out from the concepts of hip hop, basically standing on a stage and rhyming or taking a microphone. Because it was from that I learned how to be a public speaker. It was from that I learned that I love community. Like I love being around and in community, and I realized that I have a talent of public speaking, that I'm not afraid, I don't get agitated or flustered when I'm talking publicly. So, you know, that's a jewel, man. Sometimes, like, you gotta fail forward. It's perfectly all right to try things that fit within your skill set and to fail at them, because then you get to know, well, okay, I could take that from that. I could take that from that, and you could build your purpose out of the remnants of skill sets that you thought were failures, and it never was a failure at all.
Marlon's a friend, he's activist, writer. So when they pass him the mic, I'll have him say some words so that he can enlighten us, but also so you guys are aware of who he is.
Rob is one of us, and when I say one of us, what I mean is I grew up not too far from here on Green Avenue in St. James Place. We all grew up in Central Brooklyn in the 80s and the early 90s, and we were part of an offshoot of what the 70s in Brooklyn was. And what the 70s in Brooklyn was a lot of black nationalism. What the 70s in Brooklyn was collective work and responsibility. That's where we came from. And so I'm sure Rob does the same as me. We still call our elders ma'am and sir, right? This is just how we were raised, right? And so, you know, my brother's been doing amazing things. I work with Kavi on almost a daily basis. I'm the director of programming at Bed-Stuy Restoration. And so I see the work that Kavi does on the ground, in the community, day in and day out. Get your copy, I'm gonna get my copy, and let's continue to support and build one another up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I like that orange.
Yeah, you know, it's bringing the summertime out. I can't believe we're still going. This was a soft cover book launch for my brother Dr. Rob Gore and his book Treating Violence. Rob Gore is an emergency room doctor at Kings County Hospital. And so he's seen the worst of the worst with regards to the human experience. And so he's chronicled that in a book when he talks about specifically treating violence. Kings County, you may or may not know, is one of the biggest gunshot wound hospitals in the city, and that's where he works. So he works at Ground Zero. But like I said in there, Rob is one of us, so we grew up together. Like he said, we knew of one another when we was younger. We didn't become real friends until we were young adults. But Rob grew up here, and so he speaks to his life is a testament to the potential of this community. This dude is an amazing guy. His name is Andre Farrell. Tell him what we're doing here. Tell him the fundraiser. Tell him the organization, because people are going to see this. This is going to be viral.
Absolutely, man. ASTA Initiative. We are an after-school program, but we also have early childhood-centered focus here. Merchant organizing, all of that. Today, we are raising funds for our after-school children, for our early childhood children. It is very important. This is a pivotal time right now in our society. All we have is us. There is nobody coming to save us, and we have to save ourselves. This event is going to be doing that, highlighting, again, after school, early childhood education, and this is just a great experience and time. Everybody that's here is going to have a good time. My brother Marlon is here to support. We have our whole village here to support, and I'm really thankful. So this is going to be a blessed event, man.
This is one of our shining stars in the community. Like a lot of what I do, the outside world may look at as like glamorous or cool, right? But the thing that the biggest burden is the time spent away from my children, right? Like, so my children, I saw them this morning at the race, and now I just saw them for like 10 minutes now. They ready to go home. They want to go to sleep. They're tired, and daddy's still running around having to touch people and, you know, be of an impact in community. So, you know, I love what I do, and I'm thankful to God that I'm able to have influence and impact in my space, right? But, you know, the trade-off is that, you know, time that I would rather be just laying in bed watching Disney Channel with my kids, I don't always get to do that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna go do the things I have to do and then get back to pick them up, so that, you know, they can get a piece of me too, right? It's like you got to give a piece to yourself, and you got to give a piece to your family, and you got to give a piece to community, and it's about balancing it. And it won't always balance, you know, but the goal is to balance it as much as possible. You know?